What's up guys, it's Travis and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna be taking a different path. Instead of talking about altcoins, I wanna talk to you guys about Bitcoin, where I'm allocating it, how I bought it, where I'm storing it. I've had a lot of my friends reach out to me recently and they're asking me a lot of these questions. So I wanna put all of this information into one short video for you guys to hopefully help you guys understand how and what's the most, in my opinion, beneficial way of doing this. So if you guys get value from today's video, then please make sure to leave that thumbs up button down below and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future. Let's jump right into it. So I've had a lot of friends reach out to me lately and they're all asking, Travis, how do I buy Bitcoin? And I have several answers to this. Coinbase is probably one of the easiest ways to buy Bitcoin as a US resident, but the fees on Coinbase can be pretty expensive. And so if you guys are planning on buying Bitcoin more than just one time, you're thinking about buying Bitcoin periodically, monthly, weekly, or whatever, then I personally like to use this app or website called SwanBitcoin. And SwanBitcoin is really cool because, like I said before, it has lower fees for purchases. So if you're making a lot of monthly or weekly purchases, those fees can add up. And so that's why I personally like to use SwanBitcoin. These are both very easy ways of accessing Bitcoin. And so if you guys are interested in using either of these platforms, then I'll be leaving my links for those down below. Once you have your Coinbase or your SwanBitcoin set up, you've now purchased Bitcoin. So something to keep in mind after you've purchased your Bitcoin is you want to have control over it. And in the crypto world, we say, not your keys, not your crypto. And so essentially what that means is you want to hold the passwords to your Bitcoin so that you are the only one who can access it. Now, I personally am a huge advocate for this. So with SwanBitcoin and Coinbase, you actually don't have your own private keys to that Bitcoin because it's on centralized exchanges. So what you need to do is go to your app store and download a crypto wallet. There's so many wallets out there. You guys can do your own research if you want to, but I personally like to use this thing called the Coinbase wallet. So once you've purchased your Bitcoin from either Coinbase or SwanBitcoin, then you can transfer that Bitcoin over into your Coinbase wallet. So you have to be very careful when you do this because you want to make sure that the address that you're sending your Bitcoin to is correct. Because if you input the wrong address, then that Bitcoin is going to wherever you sent that to. So really make sure that you're sending your Bitcoin to the right place before you send it. All right, so now that we have our Bitcoin in a Coinbase wallet, it's secure, it's ours. We have our keys, we're the only ones who can access it. This is probably one of the safest ways that you can store your Bitcoin. Now, if you're willing to be a little more risky and earn interest with your Bitcoin, you can actually send your Bitcoin over to what's considered a savings account with this company called BlockFi. And so BlockFi is essentially a bank. You deposit your Bitcoin into BlockFi and they are able to lend it out to their customers in order to give you an interest. So right now with BlockFi, I'm personally earning 6% interest on my Bitcoin. That is way better than any interest rate that you will get in a bank. So I personally don't put a lot of my Bitcoin into BlockFi just in case something were to happen to it. I don't think BlockFi is going anywhere. They're backed by some very big people. A lot of these people, especially the people that put their names on the line for this, would be in a lot of trouble. So like I said before, the safest place to put your Bitcoin is in a Bitcoin wallet, like the Coinbase wallet. But if you're willing to be a little more daring and invest it with a company like BlockFi, which in my opinion is probably one of the safest interest-bearing accounts that you can have in the Bitcoin space, then I personally distributed a little bit of my Bitcoin into BlockFi just to earn a little extra passive income with the Bitcoin that I already have. All right, Travis, this is awesome. You have Bitcoin, you're creating passive income with it. Now what? Well, in some of my previous videos, I've talked to you guys about the fact that I don't ever want to trade my Bitcoin because when I trade Bitcoin, you get emotional. You don't want to be emotional when you trade. However, as you guys know, I'm a huge lover of altcoins. And that's because altcoins can provide life-changing wealth, but they're also a lot more risky. And so with this crypto market crash that we've had recently, it's allowed me to take a step back from the markets and really reevaluate where my interest is at right now. And so I'm going to invest personally where I have the most conviction. And right now that's in Bitcoin. And so instead of investing any more money in these altcoins, I'm going to set some money aside that I'll be willing to trade in order to hopefully accumulate more Bitcoin. So I have my Bitcoin holdings set aside that I will not touch. Now I have assets set aside that I'm willing to invest with or be a little more risky with my trading. And so this is where ByBit comes in. ByBit allows us to use leverage, which is very risky. So I do not advise anyone who is not an experienced investor to go out and use ByBit right off the bat. It is very risky, and on top of that, we're in the crypto space. As you guys can see, we see 40-50% drops in a lot of these coins. So it can be very emotional. With that being said, I've personally been investing for almost 10 years. So I'm personally going to be starting out with money that I'm only willing to lose. And on top of that, I'm going to be starting off with a very small amount of leverage, like 2 or 3x. There's a lot of traders that like to use 10 or 20x, but I am not one of those risky traders. I like to be very safe, very cautious, and overall with my speculation of the market, I believe we're gonna be hitting a 200 or 300K Bitcoin this year. But that's just my personal opinion. Don't take my word for it, but I am personally very optimistic for what this year has in store for us. And to clear all of this up, guys, I am not taking all of my money out of my altcoins. I still have a portion of my money in altcoins, but at the end of the day, my focus is going to be on Bitcoin because Bitcoin is one of the safest assets, and with that, one of the most secure assets in my personal opinion. This is just a video that I wanted to share with you guys and my friends and show you guys what I'm personally doing, how to buy Bitcoin, where I'm kind of allocating it, and how I'm diversifying it across the board. But that's pretty much all I've got for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got value. If you did, then please make sure to leave that thumbs up button down below and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future. I'm Travis Trades, and I'll be seeing you guys very soon in the upcoming episode. Take it easy, guys.